Alright, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Black Ops Cold War Alpha, and I messed up. I didn't realize that the Alpha was ending in the afternoon today. I guess I assumed that it was going to go through tonight, so unfortunately I can't record my normal video. I don't know why they decided to do this, but for whatever reason, it's over now. I can't play anymore. So instead I have a team deathmatch game on Miami that's going to be playing in the background. The gameplay's not particularly special or anything. I think I go like 24-9 or something like that. So decent gameplay, but not, mind-blowing. And I just wanted to kind of talk about the alpha in general, how I felt about it, and maybe some things that I hope they'll change come the beta, or at the very least the full release of the game. So overall, I thought the alpha was really fun. I thought it was really good. I thought it was definitely a great breath of fresh air for Modern Warfare. I know some people were criticizing kind of like the Treyarch clunk factor that the game has.
Holy shit,
I don't really mind it, but I'm also the type where I didn't mind it back in the day either. I don't necessarily think that just because the game is a little bit stiffer necessarily means it's worse. I actually kind of like that a little bit better, especially when it comes to the jumping. The one thing I have immediately noticed is, obviously the bunny hopping's pretty much gone. People still jump around corners like crazy, but, you don't get into a whole lot of gunfights where, the guy with the MP5's jumping up and down like a freaking Jack in the Box the whole time you're trying to shoot him, which is definitely good. And speaking of playstyle, I think it's probably due to the radar, but also some of the map design. People push a lot more in this game, which is really nice. I definitely feel a lot more comfortable playing aggressively on this game than I do on Modern Warfare, just because, you don't have to worry about that meme of whenever you cross the street, you have to look for 3 people with M4s mounted in windows waiting to blow your face off. So that's definitely a nice little change of pace there. In terms of the actual movement, I thought the sliding was fine. I don't think the sliding is too intrusive. It does still annoy me when I'll go to shoot at somebody and they'll slide under my bullet, but I mean that's just a reality of Call of Duty that I have to learn to get used to. So, again, I don't think it's too bad. I think that's just something to get used to, and the fact that jumping's not nearly as much of an option anymore for people definitely helps. So in terms of the maps, I'm just going to go down the list. Starting off with Miami, the one we're on now. I like Miami a lot. I know some people don't. Some people said it was boring or it was too slow or whatever. I don't really mind it. The deathmatch game modes, I will admit, are a little slow on this map. I kind of came to the realization that each of the maps is kind of really good at one or two things and then not great at some other things. I think some other people have mentioned this, but in terms of Miami, while Team Deathmatch might be a little bit slow and Kill Confirmed might be a little bit slow, in my opinion, I think this is probably the best domination map. I have had a lot of really fun domination games on Miami, especially when people push. I mean, I know some people were saying that they were playing domination and people would just sit in the hotel or whatever. But I didn't really have that experience, I guess. I don't know, maybe it was just me, but when I was playing Miami, people were pushing for the objectives. They were really trying to cap flags and stuff, and overall it was a really fun experience. I don't know, maybe I needed a bigger sample size, because a lot of the games I seem to get kill confirmed a lot, just in general. I don't know if that was the lobbies or if that was just my luck, but the games of domination I did play on this map were very, very fun. I really enjoyed it. I didn't get to play hardpoint on this map. It just never came up in the rotation, but I would imagine that would probably be good too. This definitely feels like a map that benefits a lot from forcing players to kind of move around a little bit more. There are a lot of different places people can be. Not that it necessarily encourages camping, though. I don't think that the problem with Team Deathmatch and Kill Confirmed is really camping. I think it's just there's too much surface area for people to be in, and trying to find somebody to shoot at can sometimes be a chore. But again, I think Domination fixes that problem, and I would imagine Hardpoint does as well. Satellite was the clear-cut winner for the maps, I guess. In terms of game modes, I don't necessarily think any of them really played badly on it, and definitely Hardpoint played really well on that map. I enjoyed Hardpoint on Satellite. Satellite was the only map out of the 3 that I didn't think any game mode played poorly on. My only criticism of Satellite is, and this is purely a me thing, I know that a lot of people don't feel this way, but personally, I don't like how Satellite is laid out. I hate the sand dunes. I hate the way that part of the map is designed. I think it's stupid. I hate that entire side of the map is pretty much locked off to you if you don't have a sniper rifle and prime positioning. I hate that you can spawn out there, because the number of times that I spawned out in sand dunes and was just immediately in a sniper scope, that's not okay. They either need to fix the spawns for that, or maybe change how the sand dunes are designed, because I spawned and died so often over there. It was terrible. Similarly to that, the cave side can be a little annoying just because of how dominant the 74U is. Now, Treyarch did mention that they're planning on rebalancing that before the beta, so maybe that'll be a little bit better, but the cave side was a bit of a nightmare as well, just because if you run into somebody with a 74U, you're pretty much dead unless you have one yourself, or you get off like a lucky no-scope with a sniper or something. And then lastly, we have Moscow. Moscow was definitely the weakest of the 3 maps, in my opinion. It was just too big. There was too many places to go. The left side, the river side I'm talking about, is just too long, I guess. Like, it felt like it was supposed to sort of emulate the sand dunes from Satellite, and that's supposed to be like the sniper area. But there's too much cover, there's no good lines of sight, and I don't know, just for me, Moscow always flowed poorly. Kill Confirmed on that map was more miserable for me than Miami even. In terms of objective game modes, though, I will say that Domination actually does play pretty well on that map. Domination's fun. The fights for the B flag inside of that building are actually pretty nice. And similarly for Hardpoint. Hardpoint's pretty fun on Moscow as well, but my only problem with Hardpoint on Moscow is that there are a couple of hardpoints that I don't really like the placement of. Again, maybe that's just me, but I think like the outdoor ones are really weak. That one hard point where it's like on top of the stairs, I don't like that one at all. I think it's way too hard to get to. But then again, like, you know, you have hard points that are like the one inside where the B flag is, that are, you know, much more fun. There's a lot of action going on, a lot of different places people can come from, so that's a little bit more enjoyable. In terms of the game modes, we got to play Team Deathmatch, Kill Confirmed, Domination, and Hardpoint. And out of all 4 of those, I would say Team Deathmatch is definitely the weakest. But as a sort of caveat to that, I guess, it's way better than it is in Modern Warfare. In Modern Warfare, Team Deathmatch is unplayable in general. It doesn't matter the map, unless I guess it's Shipment, just because everything plays okay on Shipment, because it has to. But Team Deathmatch on Modern Warfare is completely unplayable, and that's not how it is at all in this game. You know, people move, people push. Again, I don't think that the problem on Miami, for example, for Team Deathmatch is camping. I think that the map's just a little bit too spacious. So I don't know how they would fix that, but if they could find a way to maybe, I don't know, cut off some of the map or maybe close a couple areas, I think that could fix that. And I don't really have anything of note to say about the other game modes. Hardpoint was fine the couple times I got to play it. I didn't get to play it very often. Kill Confirmed was Kill Confirmed. I mean, that game mode doesn't really change a whole lot year to year. And Domination, in my opinion, played well pretty much on all 3 maps, but I'm also a Domination player. I like Domination, so in my opinion, I feel like Domination can even make bad maps play at least okay, just because you're giving people a thing that they need to go do. It makes them, you know, move around a little bit more. Like, for example, Modern Warfare, Domination on Modern Warfare definitely makes most of the maps play a lot better. In terms of the weapon balancing, obviously the 74U's busted. People have talked that to death. Other than that, I thought that the weapon balancing was actually really good. I didn't think that there were any other weapons that were too busted. I thought that the shotguns as secondaries was actually not too terrible, which is a surprise to me. I know I said in a video a while ago that I was a little bit worried about having shotguns as secondaries. I am retracting that statement because I think that they're pretty well balanced. My only balancing change that I would request for the shotguns is maybe make the pistols a little bit stronger, just because I don't really feel like there's any reason to use a pistol over a shotgun as a secondary, with the exception of snipers, just because sniping's a little bit tricky with the hit markers sometimes, so being able to swap to the pistol quickly and just getting that last shot in is nice. But other than that, I don't think there are any real balancing changes needed. I know they said on Twitter that they're planning on doing some kind of rebalance to the snipers. I don't think they should. I think, personally, the snipers are perfect where they're at. I know they're worried about how PC players are going to be using them, because obviously mouse and keyboard is a lot different than controller. My only request to Treyarch is that if they do wind up nerfing the snipers in some way, please give controller aim assist back, because it's just too difficult to... I mean, it's already difficult to not get consistent hit markers with the lack of aim assist, just because making sure that you're trained in on somebody's head or upper chest is kind of difficult when your crosshair just slides right over them. So if you're gonna like nerf the damage or something, or make it slower, at least like give controllers some kind of aim assist. That would be pretty helpful. And yeah, that really sums up my thoughts on the alpha. Like I said, I thought it was really good. I thought it went really well. I'm not going to talk about skill-based matchmaking in this video just because it's been a hot topic and, you know, everybody's talked it to death. I will be talking about it in another video that I'm going to record later tonight. Just as a concept, not necessarily like in the alpha. But yeah, I mean, other than that and, you know, the couple things that I mentioned, I thought the alpha was really good. And yeah, that's about it. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. I really appreciate it. And be sure to subscribe if you want to come back for more.